Oh well, okay. Hi there. I'm not announcing this one because it's not really modding related, and I don't know. Maybe people will drop in naturally or not, and we'll find out. I have a problem. I have many problems. This one is specific. I am very specifically lazy. I have many mods, and I get comments on those mods as nice. I try to be professional with them. I try to get people to, if they have issues or problems or bugs or whatever, to get them to post those on GitHub. And that works sometimes, but hardly all the time. And I mean, that's okay. People who have an idea of what GitHub is and how it works and already have an account, they will post issues there. People who don't will do it on the forums. I mean, I can complain about that, but that's just the way it's going to be. I mean, not everybody has a GitHub account and not everybody should make a GitHub account, because if you don't need it for anything else, then it kind of doesn't make sense to make it just to report an issue. What annoys me is that I now have all of my issues spread out over many different locations, because I've got all of these mod pages and there's various people just reporting issues. And it's like, yeah, I get that, but that ain't helpful for me. Like, I have to go through all of them, and I forget them because I have them in that place. So I have to manually put them on the GitHub board. And then, I mean, I've got another automation set up to get all of my GitHub issues into this Kanban view, this workspace view. And that's nice, because here I have everything in a list. I can see what's going on. I can move things in progress, let people know that, okay, I'm working on this or whatever, and like say, like, I'm not going to do that, or it's done, or stuff like that. So this is what I want. I want everything as much as possible in GitHub. I have made a decision. I am going to make a Chrome extension to add a little button here. And next to the delete one, or probably quite far next to the delete one, because I'm going to accidentally delete them otherwise. I don't want to do that. And I'm going to have a button that lets me make an issue automatically. So I'll just take the username from this, it will take the content, and it will post it as an issue on GitHub. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need to scrape the website a little bit, get the information I need for the particular comment. I'm going to need to put in a button. I'm going to need to set up the GitHub API kind of thing. There's a package for that. And that should be just about it. I mean, I'm saying this as if it's going to be done in an hour or two. It's not. It's going to take me all fucking day, and it's going to take me more than like manually copying thousands of issues. But fuck it, we'll learn something new. I've never made a Chrome extension before. So yeah, it will be something new to do, and after that I can enjoy having it automated, so I never have to deal with it again. So yeah, we'll be on a journey of discovery together. Hi there, Rikudo. So yeah, I'm gonna try and make a Chrome extension for something that I really shouldn't, but I just want to learn something new, and yeah, you can watch it back. There's gonna be very little modding on this stream today. Have you made one before? I've never tried. From what I understand, they're basically just like a little website on their own, and you have like your own local storage and stuff like that. But yeah, I have no idea. So I opened the Chrome development getting started tutorial, and I'm just gonna follow those steps step by step. All right, that's cool. So if you have any comments or suggestions or whatever, I'd love to hear them. Is it hard? Like there's access to privileged browser APIs. All right, well that's cool. I mean, I've done my share of like Node development, and I've played around with building websites and stuff. So I know how to make like a Vue website and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I need to, from what I understand, what I think I need to do is I need to intercept the website content, change it a little bit, and then just add a button that sends it like a single call to GitHub. And then, I mean, if I want to make it really fancy, I would have to, like for if I want to actually release it, I would have to give users a chance to log in on their GitHub account and stuff like that. But I think for this one, I'm just going to hard code it to just me for now. And then maybe I can extend on it for later. Because I don't think this is an extension that many people actually want to use. It's really something like for me just to, yeah. We shall see. Okay, extensions start with a manifest. Let's get that done. Many. And this is going to be GitHub issue creator. GitHub issues from Steam Workshop comments. All right, I'm just gonna work through the yeah, that seems to make sense. I'm just gonna work through the like the tutorial, and then we'll see where we go. So navigate to Chrome extensions, and oh god, it's in Dutch. Chrome is trying to be too smart for its own good. Then I need to load Unpacked. Select the extension. Yeah, sure. And that will be in Fluffy Mods, Tools, that one. Select folder. Ta-da! It does stuff. Will do. Thank you very much. Okay. I need to change the Chrome language to English because this is annoying me. Me and Google, no. I don't even know where to start. There we go. Like in. Please don't. Yeah. Thank you. I have to restart it, but. Yeah. That looks like it worked. And you detached yourself from. Okay, sorry. So my Chrome is now in English, which is much nicer because I cannot think in Dutch anymore. And our extension is loaded and not actually doing anything. And that's just a little icon for an unpacked extension. Sure. As no instruction, introduce a background script by creating a file titled background.js and placing it inside the extension directory. Sure. Background.js. Does that need to do anything? I don't think so. And then we need to add that as a background script in the manifest. Will this be smart enough to auto-update now? Don't actually see anything about what resources it's using. But, well, we'll find out soon enough. When a registered file for important events, it needs to listen to. Sure. Persistent variable as soon as it is installed. Start by including a listening event for runtime on installed in the background script. This will allow multiple extension components to access that value and update it. Right. So this is basically our local storage kind of thing, but then on the browser. I guess. So we're going to use that as well, because we're going to have to store probably like a cookie or a token, a GitHub token, because that's probably the easiest way to set it up. And probably for each what am I saying? Workshop content ID, so like the mod ID, we'll want to link it to a specific repository, a GitHub repository. But yeah, now it's definitely the wrong place to do that. Okay, and we need permissions, and that was storage. That should be the first thing. I'm quickly going to check. I'm pretty sure there's probably no, okay, that's just the DevTools. I was gonna say there's probably an extension for making like Chrome extensions. Getting quite meta here. It doesn't look like it is there though. Yeah, because this is just using the Chrome DevTools. It's got some themes for that. C# extensions, VS Code extensions. Nah. Right. Could be our next project. Making an extension for extension. Alright, never mind. That one. So we've got the permission storage, we've got the storage thing in there. So that should do something. We go to here, click reload, and then inspect background page. And then we've got that script in there, and it says the color is green. Amazeballs. So what do we actually do here? We have a listener for uninstalled, so that's when we reloaded it. That gets done. I assume that also gets done when it gets loaded, maybe? I don't know, we'll find out. Chrome storage, no idea what that sync button does there. Probably an extra layer to synchronize that between different people, like listening to the same storage kind of thing or something. Like some reactivity, maybe? I don't like it when tutorials start with the batteries included stuff. Just teach me the basics first and then add to it. Yeah, right. Is that actually green though? I mean, I don't want to be mean, but that, like RGB, green would be 0F0. It's not. I think Chrome will probably give you a preview. I guess that's green. Sure. Yeah, sure, whatevs. I mean, this is green. Right. What kind of color space is this? 02550. That is green. It also hurts your eyes. This is a better green. Alright, never mind, doesn't matter. Exchange can have many forms of user interface, but this one will use a pop-up. Yeah, that's fine. This exchange uses a button to change the background color. Okay. What was it called? Pop-up.html? Like the background script, yeah. That makes perfect sense. Oh, closed that by accident. So this is the page action default pop-up.html. I have no idea where this will happen. It's like page action? What kind of page action? Did I need to do that in the background page? No. What? Designation for toolbar icons is also included under the page action and default icons field. Right. I don't care about that. I don't need an icon. You can also display images on the extension management page. The permission warning and fav icon. These images are designated in the manifest under icons. Actually, in the browser you can interact with pop-up.html. Add declared rules to the background script with a declarative content. Jesus fucking Christ, people. Alright, let's see what the Declarative Content API is. Take actions depending on the content of a page without requiring permission to read the page's content. The rules on the on-page change event object which take an action and set icon when a set of conditions represented as a page stage matcher are met. Okay. I think this is not going to be enough for us. Added rules are saved across browser restarts. Okay, so add uninstalled is really run only when the extension is like installed the first time. This is internal. Yeah. Sure. What else? So we can match on like what the URL looks like and apparently on like CSS things. That alone is not enough. And it shows the extension's page action while the corresponding action conditions are met. This action can be used without host permissions, but the extension must have a page action. As the active tab permission, clicking the page action grants access to the active tab. Okay. We'll now show a full color page action icon in the browser toolbar when users navigate to a URL that contains developer.chrome.com. And then they can view it to click popup.html. Function data. Change color. Style. Oh yeah, okay. I was gonna say what is change color, but that's defined by ID, and I guess that's also what we had in the pop-up. Yeah, button ID change color, and that has a different button. Yeah, okay, fair, makes sense. This code grabs the button from pop-up HTML, where's the color value from storage. Then it then applies the color as the background of the button. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you know what? We should add this because it's going to be. We do want to show our button on Steam. Just request access to the page's content and deal with this. As if you don't want to have your users to accept permissions to control the page. You need to add a button to the page. Yeah, that's also true. I was gonna say I can use this to like show like a settings button or something when we're on a page that does like this. But I guess we need to read shit anyway. So. Mm-hmm. So this is how you could do options. And I don't think that's actually related to the other stuff, so we should probably do that. Right. Gonna get rid of this pop-up thing. I don't think we'll need it. And I do think we'll need the options. So I'll add that in. Let's start with a blank slate. So I don't need any style. Button div, choose a different background color. Don't care about any of you guys. I will make my own shit. And it wants options JavaScript. Sure. Okay. In the extensions, we can restart this. It's reloaded. We can go to details and then somewhere. No options yet. Yeah, I just want to put the access token in there. I think I might as well do that from the start. And the repo is gonna have to be like a pop-up on when you click the button, and it doesn't know this where this one goes yet. So I'll have like a dictionary storage or just an object, I guess, in JavaScript with the number of the Steam identifier number and the repository it should go to. And if it isn't in that list yet, then it will ask you like, oh, where do you want to send this? I mean, that should be good enough. That was something else. And I do need to register that. Obviously, that makes perfect sense. Manifest, and don't care about that one. Right. Okay. I think we reload it again. We should now have an options page. Extension options. Yes, and there's nothing there. That makes perfect sense. Didn't expect there to be anything there. I'm kind of curious though. Do you auto update? I assume that you don't. You do. Interesting. Okay. I'm tempted to massively overcomplicate this and like start introducing like view components and stuff. That is ridiculousness, and we really don't need it. So we're going to keep this as basic as it gets. We're going to have a form just because with an input. That input is going to have an ID that is going to be GitHub API token. Clearly not form, clearly input. So I guess you want it to be that way. We'll give that a label. API token. And this. And we'll add a button that says save. Right? CSS.js, content script, options page changes, or just normal reload. Yeah, fair enough. I change to the background page and to the manifest. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Right. I'm just gonna inline this because I mean, frankly, it's going to be a tiny little script. Lang equals, what was it again? Text JavaScript. I always forget this. What should the lang be? Yeah, text JavaScript. Right. Equals save token. Function token save token. That's a lie. But I just want to see if this does anything. If it does what I think it does. No, it clearly doesn't. Okay, we're not allowed to have inline scripts. I mean, use the execute inline event handler. You have got to be. But that, I'm mixing my camel case and my whatever case that is. Sue me. Actually, do sue me. That is hideous. I should not be doing that. Element by ID, save token button on click, and then alerts token saved. Okay. Hopefully that will actually work. Type error cannot read the property on click of null at options JavaScript. Why are you complaining? Save token button. Get element by ID on click is not a function. It's not. Window.get element now. Document get element by ID. Save token button. Yeah, that does work. On click. No, that doesn't work. Neither does on. But that is undefined and that is nil. Well, I'm confused. Yeah, that's a different one. Like this is not automated. So it's not like you get a new message in and then it makes a Steam Workshop API kind of thing. So if you want to do that kind of thing, you would either have to use the Steam Workshop API or the Steam API. Not sure. I don't think the message API is public, so you might have to have like a developer license. And just in general, all of the Steam APIs just suck balls. They're terrible. Like they're shittily documented, and there's like lots of different undocumented tweaks and things happening behind the scenes that are just not for my Reddit bot. I actually just switched to scraping the Steam pages. It's like, fuck this shit. I'll just use what's it called? Beautiful Soup in Python. It's like a nice little HTML parser, and that was so much easier and so much more effective that I've just completely dunked the API. It's just horrendous. But anyway, I'm trying to use a Chrome extension here to actually just add a button to it, so that when I have the extension loaded and I'm looking at my workshop pages, then I just can click a button and then that message will be transformed magically into a GitHub issue. So that's the goal for today. I mean, the goal is also just to learn a little bit about how extensions work and stuff like that. And apparently refresh my knowledge on basic HTML APIs, because I honestly thought that button on click was a thing. But apparently not. So we have, this is going to be like a button element, right? HTML button element, yeah, here, there you go. And I would kind of expect that as a button on click. Yeah, we'll use V3 schools. I hate that. Yeah, but that doesn't work. Oh, do I need it like that? Oh yeah. Okay. I'm trying to assign like a thing to it, but apparently I just need to do on click equals alert what else? See if that does anything. Yay! Okay. Yeah. I just assumed that on click was like a shortcut to add event listener, click, and then the rest of it. But I mean, this works, and like I guess at event listener. Can't you do like on, or is that no? That's okay. Add event listener, click, do stuff with that. All right. we will want to get the value of the token field. I can probably just do this with an actual form and like a submit action to a different page in my options or something. Maybe, I don't know. But I think keeping it all on one page is going to be easier. So this is going to be token field equals get element by ID. What did I call this? GitHub API token. Okay. On click, we'll do alert token field value. Yeah, that is a thing, right? I'm not mistaken here. And this is not TypeScript, so I can't do like HTML input element, because it's going to tell me, yeah, only in TypeScript files. I like TypeScript. TypeScript. Nope. Get element by ID is not defined because I need to do that on the document class. Okay. Okay, that seems to work. Right. So, instead of that, no, I'm terrible with JSDoc, I have no idea. Well, why would I need a JavaScript framework? I mean, I'm doing like extension stuff. I don't even know, is there a specific framework for that? And I mean, I want to learn the basics of it. It's not going to be a very hard extension. So, I mean, I work with like, normally my go-to stuff is Bulma as a CSS framework and Vue as a JavaScript like UI framework, and then work from there and add what I need. But I mean, for this kind of basic thing, I need like an options page with one input field and a save button. Do you really want me to set up like a framework environment for that? That seems utter overkill. And yeah, I could use TypeScript. I like TypeScript. Really? Is that a thing? Alright. So now token field knows it's an HTML. Wow. Okay, that's actually glorious. Don't you want to abstract your abstraction? Yes, I kind of do, but I should stop doing it. Like, I always over-engineer fucking everything, so let's not go there this time, shall we? What was it again? It's the sync storage. Uh-huh. Okay. Let's do that right away. Thank you. Developer Chrome storage. This is the one that I was looking at before. And we already have that. To store user data, you can either use storage sync or storage get or storage local. Oh yeah, it's a set get. This is local set get. And storage data is automatically synced to any Chrome browser that the user is logged into, provided user is sync enabled. Look, that is the stuff I was wondering about. What does that sync do? Now they actually tell me. Brilliant. So it's not quite what I expected it to be, but yeah, alright, so we do want to sync that. I mean, maybe, probably. So Chrome storage sync set. Why is that key value? Oh, this is a callback? Why does it need to have a callback? and that is still any. Well, I have to say that the IntelliSense here isn't that meaningful. So I'm going to assume that this is just going to be GitHub token value is going to be token field value set to token field. What did you have there before? Value. Token field value. Yeah. Fair. Yeah, that's what I expected it to be. I mean, frankly, you shouldn't need that, should you? But I guess you could like have I always forget what they're called, like one of the pill kind of things, like the status message, like you have saved this successfully. Again, if this was going to be a bigger thing, and I actually had it, like if I had a framework, I could add that in, and I would add that in because that's the kind of stuff that I like doing. But this is super simple. We're not going to complain about this. I'm also assuming that this storage is somewhat secure, at least. I probably should double check that before I start putting my GitHub tokens in there. Storage API security. Is there anything about that? The more modern API, which Chrome relatively shits on, just returns a promise. What do you mean? How do they shit on it? No, I probably shouldn't be looking here because Firefox is not. It's not. Apparently, this does work for both. Okay. Is Firefox based on Chromium these days? No. Is it? Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not going crazy then. Because everybody seems to be switching to Chromium with Edge and Opera and a bunch of other browsers. But yeah, I don't care. This is all extra bit I don't need to know about. Okay. So we have an ability to set our token field now. That's fine. That's all we need. At some point, we're going to have to see if this is actually stored as a string, it's like serialized, or if it's stored as a plain object. Because we're going to need that when we do the repositories for different blah 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 blah. All right. Anyway, doesn't matter. I need to figure out how to intercept and replace website content. So let's see if we have that in here somewhere. Takes the next step. Just open a bunch of tabs. If my fiance was here, she would shout at me right now for having so many tabs open. It's interesting. She has like a maximum of 2 or 3 tabs open on her browser, and if she has more, then she gets panicky. But her desktop is full of icons, which is that's what I get panicky about. Yeah, I know, right? This is not many for me either. I mean, I start getting slightly antsy when there's no description anymore and just the icons. That's when things get a little bit annoying. But this is not many at all. I mean, I have quite a few more open here already. Yeah. I mean, this is the primary reason why I had to install more RAM recently. Because Chrome, being Chrome. I don't need any of that. Ooh, we could give it Bluetooth. there's a lot of shit there. Okay, yeah, this is not useful. This is way too... Like, I'm not actually seeing where I can like intercept web pages or something like that. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. I am trying out the I forgot what it's called. It's probably running in the background somewhere. It's like one of the Stardock utilities. It's like Tabby or something like that. Docky, weird name, which lets you like tab together arbitrary programs and move them together, which is kind of nice. It keeps things a little bit more organized. I still have to get used to it though, because it does add like another bar on top. But yeah. Um. Mhm. 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 There you go. So I want a content script probably. I want to run JavaScript code in the context of web pages. I have no idea what active tab is. But I think this is what I want. And this is what they were talking about before, the declarative content. But that doesn't actually let me change or do anything on the page. The model, they're able to read details of the web page, the browser features, make changes to them, and pass information to their parent extension. Yeah, exactly. This is what I want. Content scripts can access the following Chrome APIs directly. Bloody, 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 blah. Don't really particularly care. I'm assuming this is important, but if an isolated world allowing a content script to make changes to a JavaScript environment without conflicting with the page or additional content scripts. Mm-hmm. Okay. Injected programmatic content script provide the active tab permission in the manifest. This grants secure access to the active site's host and temporary access to the tab's permissions to run on the current active tab without specifying cross-origin permissions. Chrome runtime on message at listener. Mm-hmm. Need to run on specific occasions. So that's, guys, when you use a button or something. That's not what I want. Automatically run on specified pages. This is what I want. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this looks like oh, wrong button. What I want, so we'll add that to the manifest. I don't think we need this background script, do we? I'll leave it in for now, but I think we don't really need it. I mean, if we add the actual API call to the content script, I mean, is that really so terrible? Does that matter? It would add some overhead, presumably, because it would be reloading that every single time you open a page like that. But it's not like the Steam Workshop is quick already. So I don't think this would add like an appreciable overhead. Well, we'll see. We'll leave it be for now, and we'll go there later when we need to. So we want it to match on something that looks like huh? Match is a workshop item script. Beautiful name. I just want to see if that actually works. If that does anything, if at all. So we've updated the manifest, so we need to reload our extension. It gives me errors. Yeah, okay, I know this. Cool that you can see that there. Reload that shit. And then go to one of the Steam sites. Haha! I made my first extension. I made my first extension. Woo, woo, woo. Actually had a message. All right. Let's get rid of some of this extra stuff that we don't need. We know how to do that now. This we can always find back later. This was not very useful. This might be. Don't need you right now, nor you, or you, to be honest. Right. We are going to need to... I'm kind of tempted to load some kind of scraping extension. But let's just give it a quick check to see how terrible this is before we do that. So it looks like it's not that bad. So we've got in... Let's just go for one specific one. I'm just gonna... Am I gonna write that down? No, I'm not gonna write that down. That's stupid. jQuery might already be loaded even. I haven't used jQuery in forever. But yeah, wouldn't be surprising. Yep. I'm assuming that's jQuery. Maybe not. Oh wait, no, I'm doing this wrong. No. That is how you used to use jQuery, right? Yeah. Yeah, that does something. So it's not bound to the whatchamacallit, the paragraph sign, ampersand, whatever, doesn't matter. But it is bound to jQuery, so we do have access to jQuery on the main page. I presume that means we will have access. $sign. Is that a $sign? Yeah, that is the $sign. Not US, you know? Right? It's an S at the end. Or a wildcard thingy or something. No, it works and I just use jQuery. And I just copied it from here. I mean, this is literally this one. So we want to go in there and then we want to get the author and the text. That's it. Bloom, 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 bloom. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not, because I just... Ta-da! Yeah, I know, that's also one. But that's a container that contains them all. I don't really care about that one, because I can just get the individual ones from here. And I don't think there's any other like comments listed in there at all that like are in a different location or something. So I should just be able to get these, and that will be the list of contents and everything I need. Right. So I'm working in my own little sandbox environment with like the web page as a parent environment. So presumably, if I declare this one to equal jQuery, that will actually work within my sandbox. Maybe. It does exist, Code Optimist. Look. And hopefully this will also not override the dollar for the parent environment. And I know, I don't really know why I'm bothering with this, because this is really not all that important, but, you know, it matters to me. That's still the old version. So apparently to make that reset, we need to reset the extension. Too many random tabs. Yeah, okay, sure. Why are there so many fucking errors here? Can I? Oh, this is the context which I'm running in. Alright, but that should still be fine, because then I can do this, right? No, it's not defined. Oh well. Yeah, because I might be running too quickly. Or it's not execute. No, it was executing the alert earlier, so it is executing it at least. Maybe I should be running it after it's loaded. Anyway, this doesn't really matter. I can just use jQuery. I mean, screw it. Um, so when the document is fully loaded, yeah. When the document is fully loaded, we will try to get a list of... Okay, no, sorry, this is going to annoy me. jQuery. We are going to get a list of const messages equals... I just want that one. For message of messages, author equals message, and then I can do it like that, right? I forget, or find. I should probably just add the nope. Apparently that's not a thing. Maybe they were defined in jQuery itself. No idea. Oh, wrong one. And I probably still need to tell it that, oh no, it knows now that this is jQuery static. And then it knows that this is everything. Oh, that's lovely. So much better. Nope. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. I think it thinks now that these are all HTML elements, which is not. No, okay, it does know that this is not. It just takes this as to be an HTML element. Is that not a jQuery wrap thing? Right. I was gonna say, because there's various functions to like find things and things, yeah. What is that going to give me? That's going to give me HTML element tag name map. I'm just thinking, does it give me one or multiple? But we'll find out soon enough. So I am now looking at content avatar, no, content comment author. And then in the actions, I'll add that. It's beautiful. Timestamp actions comment text. So that's just text, right? This will have to have a period in front of it because this is a class. So I kind of wanted to find a single one. There must be a class for that, right? Or you can just do first or something. That'll do. And then this is just val. Text. Body. Same thing, but text there. Just do some sanity checking. New errors. That one is new. Yeah, jQuery was not defined, which is kind of odd. So it would need to be on probably on the window class or document class or something. So I can't just take it from jQuery. Or it was just not defined there yet. Well, we'll find out if it's still errors, and then we know. So that's been reloaded. So I'm not getting what I expected to be getting. Yeah. Let's put that in here as our test page. Well, let's log a little bit more and we can see. Did I define this now? Yes, I did. Well, that's something. Comment thread comment. For command of okay, that is not iterable. Huh? Getting further. Not bad. This doesn't say we have an error yet, huh? Alright, it's not running my shit at all now. So apparently this was a bad idea. I haven't done this stuff in ages. Okay. Yeah, it's one of the major grinds I have with like web stuff and JavaScript. It's just like it seems every half a year or sometimes even quicker, everybody's completely changed their environments. Like there's now different popular libraries and I mean, even the basic things, like everybody used to use gulp and grunt, and that's now almost gone because everybody uses Webpack, and then suddenly people use Parcel or whatever. And I mean, I only get bits and bits of it, and just goes too quickly. But then again, it also sucks when people stay at the same stuff too long. We still use like the original Angular at work. It's just like you can't find any good information about it anymore because half of it is polluted with like different Angular versions, and I guess that's also just a terrible side effect of Angular releasing dozens of versions. But either way, this is not working. So let's get rid of it. Now we're going to get complaints that this is not defined. Probably. But at least we're getting the loaded message. And here it's saying jQuery is not defined. Where are you actually getting called from? Because jQuery is most definitely defined. And I'm pretty sure that at this point, it is also defined here. It is not. Okay. I guess that's our problem. Extension use document jQuery, whatever. Okay, we need it in a content script. Yeah. That's still not what I actually want though. Chrome extension use. All right, so it's basically just saying you need to add it yourself. Yeah, screw it. Do I want to add jQuery? No, we'll just do it manually. I don't like adding jQuery just for this. It's not that hard to do this. So we've got const messages equals document get elements by class name, and the class name was, I've forgotten already, elements, content, this one. form const message of messages. We can say message const author equals message get element for class name again, and this was comment. I'm pretty sure that was just author attached to the end of it, but we shall find out. And the body, well, let's call it text because that's what they call it, is the same thing with text on the end. I think that should work. And that's going to be 2 HTML elements. Let's give it a shot. Reload it. Doing things, and it's got a bunch of HTML collections there. The author is a specific div. I think that's actually doing that properly. Yep. And the text is another one. Is that one? Yeah. Okay, that works. Yeah, I think I'm in the same problem as Code Optimist is, Rikudo. It's just that I don't use it often enough to keep up to date. So it seems like every time I go back for it, which is like every half a year or something, something has changed. It's combined with the fact that I also at work we use somewhat outdated stuff because obviously you can't keep up with the times. And when I want to do something for hobby stuff or whatever, I want to use the newest and greatest stuff. That's partially my problem because, well, I'm curious, I want to try new things. And it's also partially, yeah, just the nature of it. But when you do that with like C# and something, I mean, that's already a little bit annoying because you've got different implementations of it. You've got different frameworks nowadays, like core framework, standard. And you've got the .NET versions and the Mono versions, and they don't work together. And then Unity has its own Mono version, and that also gets complicated. But at least I feel like I understand that. But I guess that's also because I'm more involved with it. I use it more often. Anyway, this is kind of what I wanted it to do, so this is fine. This will work. I don't need to get overly complicated for this stuff. So we've got an author, we've got their text. We need to get the like the button area thingy. Need to be careful not to click that, but so that is in command actions. Prettier. Fuck off. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Okay, we coming have kept everything up to date all the time. 7 years old project is started with Angular JS, now uses React, but more pictures, JavaScript with all the latest versions. This takes doing, yeah. Yeah, we have 3 programmers, one of which is really set into his methods, let's call it that. Like he refuses to use TypeScript, so everything he does is still in plain JavaScript, and then let's just say that our build script has, like our build script for the apps we make, has 2 versions, and we have like a toggle for like Anyo mode. So if he cares, if he keeps coding, then we toggle that, and then it uses a different version. That's the kind of bullshit that we have to deal with. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I want to add a button to that, so I need to create a button. Equals. I always forget. It's a little bit tricky to just create something from HTML. But let's create a little button template here. Template equals and well, let's try and make this look a little bit like that one. So they use data tooltip. Just copy like everything. Copy element. Other HTML. I think that might be what I want. Ooh, very long. Right. A class action link, that's fine. Data tooltip will be create issue. This we're going to have to change. And the image source will also be completely changed. Right. Do I care? No, I don't care. Create issue, and href is going to be create issue. I guess I'll have to define that function later, but for now let's just put a little bit of an alert on there to see if it's actually working. So we've got the action bar. We need to create a actual HTML elements from that template, and I always forget how to do it because it's not quite as easy as you think it should be. Yes, create element from string. Yeah, that's why I try to keep as far away from it as possible, usually, Rikuda. So I'm a researcher, and those are the programmers. So I try to let them program as much as possible. But in my project, there isn't actually a budget for me doing much programming. So I try to do it, but sometimes I just have to have them get in, and then it gets fun. Right, let's use the newer, fancier version. Instrumental elements, create element template. But I guess I could use that. Inserts. Okay, you don't want to do that because you are an HTML collection. Adjacent HTML. Where, please give me, yes. Before begin, after begin? Let's do after begin. That sounds like it's probably the correct position. And then we're going to do the button template. I honestly forgot how we would actually use this as a template, but we'll deal with that later. So this is getting these elements. I'm assuming this exists, and then I'm just adding it as a first element there. I'm just going to replace this with an X marks the spot for now, because I will need to put an image in there, because otherwise it might... injecting a button. I'm pressing Ctrl-Shift-B because I want to build this. Right, this is all normal. Ta-da! I got my button. Doesn't do what I expected it to do, but because it goes to a page that obviously doesn't exist. So if I want to do it to the JavaScript, I need to do something else apparently. Okay. Nice formatting, Twitch. What? Yeah. I'm using a little template that kind of does the same thing. I guess this just needs to be... How did they do it? Do I still have that in my... Yeah. Oh, you need to... Is that a thing? JavaScript. Alright, stop it. Didn't realize that was a thing. href, JavaScript. You can just do on click, right? Or maybe. Yeah. That'll do. Okay, create issue needs to be my function. Why won't it? I mean, I would have to actually replace things in there, I guess. Well, it's an A. It's going to be, don't care about that, create issue. Author text. My kittens are creating havoc in the background. Yeah, that's a collection. Let's just grab the first element each time to get rid of that nonsense. So then we've got the author, then we can actually do text. Content, is that what it's called now? Interesting. So we've got the elements. Like node value? Inner HTML? So many options. Text content. I like text content. I think that will do what I want it to do. Text content. Alright. Yeah. You should use a button and not a link. Yeah, well... Have fun. Thanks for the help. We've got the event listener. I'm pretty sure this still continues the chain, right? Nope, that's a void. Okay. Let's do it this way then. Button at class list at comment thread. No, it's not that one. It's action link. Button data. Is that a thing? Is this data? No. So yeah, I can do it this way, I guess. It's not data tooltip text, and the value is create issue message. That one, that one, that one. Then this one changes to element or something. Insert adjacent element. And this is still after begin, and the element is now button. This will give me an author and text. And I also need to get the actual ID of this workshop item. So, how are we going to get that? I mean, do I have access to the URL? I must have, right? Because that would be the simplest way to get it. Although I'm sure that there's also like 7252, 19116. Yeah, this is also, this contains the ID 72521911. Where is that contained? Yeah, in a bunch of places. A lot of places. Hey, meisje. Mrs. Ada. She's not happy. And her nails need to be cut a little bit. Okay? Yes. Need to cut your nails. Oh, you're doing the face and ass and face move again. Are you that unhappy? Let's have a walk around. I'd like to do it from the URL. So Chrome extension get URL. Chrome tabs query. True apps letter tabs URL. Current window is what I want. It's asynchronous, so that's a fucking pain in the ass. Alright, let's just use any of these. It's already defined for us. Brilliant. Can I access that from here? No, I cannot. Why? Chrome, content, script, access, page variables. There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's always the small things that trip you over, isn't it? Alright, so that's not really. There's a whole bunch of language stuff. I don't want that. Where are you? Oh, it's the tabs. Okay. I mean, every single link here has that thing in it. I'm assuming that this is going to have a hidden field somewhere. Apparently not, though. That's Grammarly shit. Don't care about that. Player avatar, no, no, nope. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm a little bit annoyed. Non-responsive hidden. Responsive like, oh, that's for on your mobile or something, then you get to do it that way. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so these are the buttons up here. Just hijack one of those. So we're going to look for a section tab, the first one of that. Take the href attribute and just slash off like the final number. Hacky as shit, but it'll work. Const published file ID equals document get elements by class name Nope. What was the class name? Section tab. Get the first one. Get its href. Yeah, I think. So this did a thing last time for declarative. Yeah. So this, if we said that this is the it's an HTML HTML anchor element. That's what it is. And then we'd have to say equals that, and then this should know declaration accept. No, that way. I forgot how he did it. Let's just scroll up here for a sec. Oh, you need to have it in a bracket. Okay. And probably not quite so. Right. Double. And then this knows that there is an href here. Haha. Href regex. Is regex a thing? It's like match, right? But you should know that you get now. That's a property. Oops. Match is a string with a regular expression. Returns an array containing the results of that search. Substring is a from. That's not good enough. That's also not good enough. Match, and I want to match anything that is a digit at the end, one or more, and yeah, at the end of the thing. I always forget, is it the dollar or the other one? I'll find out soon enough. And then we have multiple matches here. I think it should be match 1. Because 0 is the complete string that matched, which will just be the href, and 1 should be our actual match. I do need to capture that if I want that to work. So that should work, hopefully, maybe. Link published. Let's give it a go. What kind of errors are we getting? Yeah, sure, what else? Yeah. Wow. Sometimes I amaze myself. Okay. Okay. So we need to create an issue, and we have the author. We have the author, we have our published file ID, and we have the text, and that's all we need. Okay, so we need to get Chrome storage. Wasn't it Chrome storage? Yeah, Chrome storage sync, that stuff. We need to get I guess it really doesn't matter. Like, I was going to make an object with this, but I mean, we can just get the wait, sync get whatever like the string is, so we can just get publish file ID, that one, a callback on the value, and I'm pretty sure there's an error callback there as well. I'm a little bit annoyed that it seems to have forgotten what Chrome is. Did it know that here? No. Okay. Chrome storage API. Yeah, we have that permission. We've got the sync stuff going. Don't really care about throttling because that's not going to be all that important. Sync. Yeah, great. Perfect. I don't care. Okay. Move set. There we go. Sorry. Okay, the callback is on failure, in which case runtime callback on success, or on failure, in which case runtime lost error will be set. If you specify the callback, it should be a function that look like this. Alright, so that gives nothing back. There has no return argument. That's annoying. So do I need to like remove runtime lost error manually if it's not doing that? And get string or array of string or object. A single key to get, a list of keys to get, or a dictionary specifying default values. See specific description of the object. An empty list or object will return an empty result object. Okay. Pass a null to get the entire contents of storage. Or on failure. Okay. Well, let's just see what we get back, and then we'll find out soon enough. Because I suspect we'll just get a null or undefined back, which wouldn't be the end of the world. So we're going to try and get this value, which is going to be the published file ID, yeah. And then we just console log what we get back. And I'm going to go ahead and say that this is going to be, yeah, an object with this key and undefined or null. Okay. No, we don't actually have our button anymore. Why not? Yeah, because it doesn't actually exist. Like it doesn't have any content, so it doesn't show anything. Yeah, fair enough. Button, it's got the class list, it's got the data tooltip, button, HTML is just going to be an X marks the spot for now. No, that's not working. Why is that not working? Inner HTML is not a function. You are aware what you are, right? Yeah, HTML anchor elements. Maybe? I don't know. I don't seem to be getting any errors. Yeah, and we now also have the thing. And the hover doesn't seem to be actually working. Data tooltip text delete. What did we have here? Data tooltip text create issue. Yeah, you'd expect that to work, but apparently not. Okay. Interesting. It's actually just giving me an empty, a completely empty. I need to trim this shit. Yeah, because there's like white space and enters and stuff in there, which doesn't make any sense. But otherwise, it is grabbing the correct authors and text. It is grabbing the published file ID. I just need to grab the value then. But I can basically now say that, okay, if val published file idea is not set, then wait, let's do this another way. Var equals val published file ID, if not repo, then repo equals prompt to which repository should this mod, and that will give us back a repository, hopefully. Should. We'll need to save that Chrome storage sync set published file ID equals repo. We'll trim this as well because we can't have spaces at the beginning or the end anyway. So that'll be the repo on success or failure. Just assuming there's success here. If runtime, oh, runtime. I don't care. No. Log repo for repo. Okay. That handles updating the repository. And then we actually need to interface with the OctoKit API, I think it's called. So, yarn at OctoKit rest. I think that already has typings. I don't know where else I would get typings anyway. You can't do add typings at OctoKit, I think. So, I don't know. But I think that will have typings already. So if I understand this correctly, I need to add it to our manifest. Yeah. And then I need to add it beforehand. And so we have node modules, we have OctoKit, yeah, REST. Let's quickly look at the README. Yeah, dist web. That looks like it's what we need. Okay. So, unless I am very much mistaken, we will need to say node modules OctoKit rest dist web index.js. That looks like it should be working. And then here we should have access to OctoKit. So const octo, our little buddy, is new OctoKit amazing balls. We shouldn't need to do that, but we can leave that for now. Could not find the declaration file. Bloody, 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 blah. Yes, that's because it's for web. You're not gonna find one. New OctoKit. We need to do like a user agent, right? Do I need this? I don't care about this. I think they already did it anyway. In dist web. Yeah, they have. Oh no, they just set the default, so I do need to still create an OctoKit. But I don't need to set that default anymore because screw it. Don't do this at home, kids. Const octo equals new OctoKit. Just do it like that. Again, I do not think I need you. Octo. Kid rest. And the OctoKit really is very nice to work with. It's yeah, really quite simple. Doing it wrong though. Yeah, I should be setting this shit. I mean, this is all defaulted anyway. Don't need to set that. Right. I think it's authenticate actually. Right. That's that one. I think that will have what I wanted to have, which is, yeah. Isn't that working like that? I have another, I'm just going to quickly have a peek at, like I use the OctoKit here, for example. Quickly check how I did it there. Oh, why the fuck do I call it GitHub? Require GitHub. Isn't that just OctoKit REST? Oh. Maybe not. I thought it was. I'm pretty sure it is. No. I keep clicking the wrong links. GitHub. Yeah. Now I'm getting. That's not what I wanted. This is what I want. Has been deprecated. Has been renamed to OctoKit REST. Yeah. See? I'm not a moron. Just using deprecated packages in my build script. Why wouldn't you? Authentication. No, that's all. Not quite too much. So this is basically all I need, right? Auth and then the Texas token. Okay, let's not bother too much about this then. Can get rid of that one. We can do it when we are creating it. New OctoKit. Auth is I hate synchronous. Like, obviously synchronous shit is nice, or async shit is nice, because it allows you to do things quicker and non-blocking and everything. But when you're just quickly trying to build a small script, it is really annoying. Yeah? Okay. So, I cannot just create the OctoKit like that. Because I need to wait for the storage to work. So I can say Chrome storage sync get, and this is GitHub token. I forgot what I called it already. GitHub API token, that one. Get it, and then on the return you say octo equals new OctoKit with the Oauth strategy of the actual token that we just got. So val, and this will be val GitHub API token. Hopefully. Maybe. Probably not. Now, technically, bugger off. Technically, we would have to make sure that this now exists properly and it's been like completed. I am going to go ahead and assume that by the time the user clicks on any of these buttons, this has completed and Octo will be populated with a nice logged in OctoKit instance. Maybe. Okay. This is also overkill. I should probably do the same kind of thing over there with that. Storage promise. I'm just gonna quickly look at the promise API. So how do I do that? Oh, for fuck's sake. That's 2 years old. Let's hope that that has changed since then. No mention of promises. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to bother with that then. I'm going to do this in an asynchronous environment, and I'm just assuming that the other one is finished by the time we get here. It's not super neat, but it will work. I forgot what I intentionally set out to do here. Oh yeah, I've got my OctoKit. So, Octo issues. Octo issues. Add labels. No, I just want to create one. Oh yeah. Create an issue. Issues create, owner, repo, title. Okay. Yeah. I'll give it some labels as well. Just gonna look at the actual GitHub APIs because I always find the REST documentation to be a little bit underwhelming because it doesn't list like what is actually like what the type of these things is and stuff. Oh yeah, so this is just the string. That's just what it needs to build the body of it. Right, fair enough. Okay. And that's an array of strings. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. So, we need owner. I guess we kind of need to set that in. We need to set that in the options as well. How is this allowed? This is not allowed. This is because the silly extension is crashed, and then it just blocks everything. And it's always prettier, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. or at least disable it for now. This is getting a little bit annoying. Because I'm pretty sure that is not actually allowed. No, see, there you go. I'm trying to use TypeScript stuff. Define options, Chrome. Let's Octo, let's repo. Let's see, owner. Just defining them there so that they exist. Octo is that, repo is a file. No, we don't have the repo access here. We do have the owner. Equals, now we need to make this an object, right? Or an array. It was an array. GitHub user. Owner is a file. User. Okay, theoretically that should work. Right? Right. I don't know. Issues create. Issue. Type octokit. Is that what is it, right? No. Well, I think that should work. Let's find out. Let's do an any. So I put it on the wrong spot. So this is now thinking that it's that one? And it's still any. Terrible at this. Let's just create. Right. I'm an idiot again. Owner. Owner. Repo. Title. Text splits on new lines, and just take the first line of that. Not great, but body is text. Labels. Steam. Unverified. Okay. Okay, issues create, we got an owner, repo title, body, and we added some labels to it. Theoretically, that should work. I'm going to turn off. Well, no, yeah, doesn't really matter. Anything exciting here? No, we already knew about that one. Well, let's quickly leave you off. I quickly just want to check if this is actually working. So console log and log all of the stuff that we have so far. So we've got owner, repo, title, body. That should be it. All right, so damn it. Oh yeah, I'm importing shit that I'm not supposed to be importing. I was just doing that to get the typings, which I didn't really need. So hopefully this works. No, it's trying to import there, which is not allowed to do. Which you think, yeah. So OctoKit rest web. No, that's not helpful. How do you call that? In the browser? Okay, that's something else. I'm just confused on why I can't. Like, why would this be needed? Am I missing something? Is there a different? Is there a different dist option or something? So if I look here, I mean, the rest is what I want. You'd think you'd have to use dist web, right? Files, dist, and bin. Didn't even know that was a thing. Maybe I need to build it or something? It's a module. Need a main. So if I use this one, what is this? That's going to use require. Maybe you can use that? Seems sketchy, but Export is not defined. OctoKit is not defined. No, it's not interesting. No, it's not useful. Bye bye. OctoKit in Chrome extension. I'm sure somebody's had this exact same problem before. Yeah, that's all ancient. That's not helping. Okay. Right. Using npm packages in Chrome extension. There you go. Be careful. Trying to require package means that no one will try to code it in your file system. Chrome extension, blah blah blah. Use a module bundler. Yeah, okay. So we just have to package it. So we could also use something like unpackage or something potentially. I'm trying to figure out at the moment how to get packages to load, because I can't just import a package and stuff and require. So it's telling me that I have to use a bundler. So I'm okay. That's the next step. But I was thinking I could also possibly use. I guess I could use a CDN or something like unpackage or something should work, I think. But I was just looking that up. Okay, that was all very interesting. OctoKit, basically. I mean, I guess I'm doing only one call, so I could hardcode that as well, or like hardcode, like use go without the libraries and stuff. I'd just be a little bit more concerned about doing it wrong in that case. But I mean, it is really just one post. Yeah, just use fetch, right? Just do the one API call manually. Fair enough. Good point. Alright, so we need to have the GitHub API again open, and we're going to get rid of OctoKit. Whatchamacallit? Why does that not work? Right. and remove at octokit rest. Ooh, something's happening. Oh yeah, you are now gone. That is entirely true. What else have we still got in here? jQuery. Don't need jQuery. Remove jQuery at types jQuery. Beautiful. Yeah. And that means we can get rid of that one again as well. Okay. We've got our API here. We've got the issues, create an issue. So this is now what we have to do. We have to create a fetch. Can get rid here as well of all of the octokit related shit. So what we need is the repo. We get that below. We don't need octo at all anymore, so it's just owner here, right? And the token, I guess. But I mean, yeah, this is not going to be all that painful, so we'll just get that all together in one call. It's going to make this whole thing a little bit more sturdy as well. Right. So we want the publish file ID because that is the actual repo that we're using. We want the GitHub API token because that's the token we're using, and we want the GitHub user because that's the owner we have. Yeah, and that's an array. That's going to give us a value, an array, or this is going to be an object with these keys and those values. We get the repo out of there. If the repo doesn't yet exist, we prompt the user for it and then store it. And by then it's set. Then we just quickly console log all of this shit out so that we have it available to us. Owner is actually GitHub user. I mean, right. So we're prompting for it, and we can log it here. We've got title and body because that's no, we do not. You know what? No, we can't do that because that's not the same kind of thing. All right. All right. Options. Need to add something here. So this is now going to be GitHub user. Token fields, const user field. Okay, token is that. Oh, I call it GitHub token here. I should probably call it GitHub API token, just for consistency. User field value. All right. variables GitHub user and GitHub API token, you invoke GitHub user and invoke GitHub token and not with the notation. Yeah. Oh, did I do that wrong? Well, I do need it there, but yeah, you're right about this one. Which also means that yes, I can just use the object notation directly. Just got confused because I've got the published file ID, which is variable. Because I'm just storing the repo as the file ID. Author text token. All right, let's just quickly check if this works at all. So we've got our thing here. Let's get rid of all of these errors again. In the details, we can look at our extension options. We've got a token, super secret, and this is just going to be fluffy mods. I'll save that, and it should have said something there. It has not said anything here. Let's try that again, because maybe this is just a new page or something. Yes, it is. It just goes to a new page. Well, it did something. Good enough for me. Don't care that it immediately relieved it. Lots of errors, but most of them aren't mine. Although this one is. Oh, have I not updated it? I thought I updated it. Yeah. What is the repository for this mod? Well, I don't know. That depends. Which mod was this? Assignment to constant variable. Yeah, did I declare those to be const? Yeah. Yeah. Owner and token do not change. That's something at least. Okay. That should work. Let's reload that again. Do that. Okay. We've got the owner correctly, that came from there, and we've got the token, we've got the text, we've got the author. We need to sanitize those still. Yeah. Just trim them. Just get rid of all the extra weird ass white space, and that should do the trick just fine. Okay. Get rid of the OctoKit stuff. I haven't actually used the fetch API in a while, but no, can I click that? No, of course not. Why would you be able to? Request info is a request or a string, and a request has a request info. That's not helping. Method is post. URL is https GitHub. I think. Let's have a quick gander over here. API GitHub.com. And then it's just repos, owner, repo issues, repos. I get confused between C# string interpolation and JavaScript because they're similar, but C# puts the $sign at the beginning, and JavaScript puts them inline every time. So this is just owner. This is the repo. And that's it. Right, what else do we need? We need a body. No. Content? No. JSON? Ta-da! But this is on the body. And this is a promise. Why is that a promise? I feel like this might now be request method, request URL, body JSON. Fetch API JSON. Caps. Yeah, that's a simple way, and the proper way is doing it slightly differently. Alright, so I do need to do a string. Yeah, and I'll need to do like authenticate and shit as well. Okay. Anyway, this appears to have to be there. Body. Yeah, that looks more like it. This is now a request in it. And that's going to be JSON stringify. And now we have a few less fields than we did the last time. Because now we just need the title, body, and labels. And we don't need the owner and repo anymore because they're already in the request itself. Or in the URL parameters. So we need to have title was going to be whatchamacallit, text. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna quickly create the title here. This is const title equals text split, and that's just going to be the first line. So we're just gonna split them up by new lines and then just grab the first. That's not a thing, but this is. It's not brilliant, but it'll do. Right, and we've got a title. The body is going to be reported by author, and then a description, which is going to be the actual body of the thing. That'll do. Body labels equals Steam unverified. Okay. Right, I need to authenticate, and I always forget how to do that. It's probably somewhere here. Authentication. GitHub recommends sending Oauth tokens using the authorization header. Okay. So, authorization token, Oauth token. Sure, can do that. Headers, I'm assuming this is going to be an object. And that is the token. Yeah, maybe, possibly, no idea. Okay. Then on the response, well, actually, screw that. We'll just console log the whole damn thing because I have no idea what's going on. Log, and similarly for I actually forgot what the failure thing is. Catch? Yeah. Console error. Right, that's just simply, this is going to make the request. It's going to return a promise with the response, and we're just going to spit out whatever response it gives. That should work-ish. Okay, it's telling me that this is unauthorized, which is fully agreeable. That actually looks like it works. Wow. The header thing, but that's from the response. So we'd have to look at our requests made. They are here to see which headers we sent out. Request headers. Authorization token super secret. Yeah, that does seem to have worked somehow at least. All right, I'm going to create a new token for this and remove it from the logging and quickly turn you guys on a standby screen. So I'll be back in a second. I just don't want anybody to see this later and steal my token or something. Actually, let's do this one so I can still at least talk. So we have to create a token. It should be easy. I always forget where it is exactly, but the GitHub interface is actually kind of neat. It's fairly easy to find things. So we have to go to the organization because I'm going to post them as the organization, maybe? Not sure. We'll find out. Developer settings, Oauth, apps is something different. Personal access tokens. I think this is what I want. Yes, you can confirm your password. What's this token for? Workshop issue creator. This thing can have full control. No, let's not go that far. It is allowed to I don't think it needs anything else. It doesn't look like it. There's nothing that says like the issue creation or status or anything like that. I mean, you can give it repo access. I guess it needs public repo, maybe. I doubt it even needs that. And the rest of it is all like admin bullshit. Read and write team discussions. Well, let's give it that. I have no idea if that is necessary. We'll generate a token. Copied it. Then we're going into our settings here in the options, and we're going to give it the proper token and save that. All right. And we're back. I don't think I'm actually showing it anywhere now, so it should be fine. And otherwise I'll just have to change the token again in a little bit. I keep pressing Ctrl-Shift-B because that's the Visual Studio build. And that's so built in that after each step you build it, you test it. But I need to do that. Well, I do need to do that, but it's a more manual process now. Alright, that's been reloaded again. Don't think I needed to do that actually because I haven't changed anything in the main thing. Okay. Let's create our issue. Unprocessable entry. Well, that's something new. What do we get? Response type course. I have no idea what that means. Should I have done something with that? This is all old. Failed unprocessable entry matters. What does that mean? Okay. Fetch for GitHub API. You have script fetch API examples. I have a sneaky suspicion. Sure. Yeah, sure. Blah 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 blah. No, this is not what I wanted. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, it does need like this stuff probably. Let's just add that in and see what we get. And maybe also the headers. Oh. Okay. Let's do it like that. Not sure if we need to, but I guess it can't hurt. We're gonna do one then. Alright, we already have that one. We'll have to remove that one now. We've got everything else then. See what that does. Yeah, that's old. Redo it, redo that. Let's see what happens. Reference error, data is not defined. Interesting. Oh, did I? Yeah. Moron. No, improcessable entry again. I still think it's complaining about this. And the course is a cross-origin request scripting or something. GitHub course unprocessable entry. Okay, so maybe it's because this label doesn't exist and it won't automatically create it for me. And apparently there is more information in the body, I'm just not looking close enough. The readable stream, body used false, yeah. Can I just do something with that? I guess that's not terribly useful. Yeah, so I would need to get oh, can't I get it in the network view? Unprocessable entry, preview, there we go. Resource repository, code, custom, field, name. Name is too short, minimum is 1 character. Resource repository. Where did I send this to? Did it not include the repo? I think I forgot to put issues behind it. Probably, yeah. Okay, let's see what that does. This is probably, yeah, let's leave it in for now. I also kind of want to see the body. So if I want to do that, then I actually do need to do response console log res body. There must be a way to get the body in, yeah. I mean, probably that will fail. Reload it one more time. rest_text then is not a function. Fair, but if you got this far, you got that far. That must mean something. Oh yeah, brilliant. Show everybody the thing that you... Right, so I'm gonna have to change that, obviously. Okay, that's sort of working. So it looks like it's either not preserving line breaks, or this person hasn't used line breaks, but this person has used line breaks, so it's just not preserving them. Because those are listed as actual breaks there. And I'm using like inner text or something, and then those just get ripped out? Is that what's happening here? Text content? I think that might be what's happening. So it doesn't matter that I'm splitting it here, because I'm just splitting it by whatever. So what I probably want to do is assuming that it the HTML is actually giving me breaks, line breaks, then I want to not get the text content but the inner HTML. And this is also, the author includes the date apparently with some extra bullshit around it. So that's also giving me way too much information. But anyway, but this, if I use inner HTML and I trim that, and I can replace breaks with line breaks, then that should work. I think. Let's have a quick look if there's anything we can do about the author shit. We've got the create and delete issue now. I like that. I'm slightly annoyed that it still doesn't do that one correctly. Oh well. Yeah, I guess I need to go for comment thread author link instead of just the author, because the author includes the timestamp, which in itself might be useful information to have as well. But let's grab this one for now. Authors, that one. Yay. Okay. I think that should have been, that should clean things up a little bit. This is a property, right? Yeah. And I'm gonna set the inner HTML here as well, and then I just want to have like the GitHub icon. Do I have like a tiny version of that? Maybe? Doesn't need to be so big. Ah, for free. No, that has bullshit on it. Nonsense. Here, that one. And we'll just get that in 32. Oh, that one. That'll do. And we shall put that in here. And I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we'll find out soon enough. Because that should be just this one then, if it'll work. Right? Right. No immediate errors. No, that didn't work. I'm expecting this is going to try and find it in the local file system, which obviously will not work. Yeah. I need to get rid of the rest text then, but otherwise, that looks like it worked again. Lovely. Awesome, amazing, I like this. Okay, I'm going to have lunch. I need to take the dog out for a quick walk, and then I'm gonna just fine tune this a little bit. And then probably put it online somewhere, because, I mean, this works fairly well. And it's not nearly as hard coded as I thought it might become. So yeah, I'm happy with this. Right. I shall be back in probably about an hour or so. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.